Hey everyone, this is Caroline. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to configure your AWS button to write a timestamp to your Google Sheet for every time you press this button. Why is this important? Well, you can track your time, like what time you leave for work every day, what time you get home every day. You can track projects. If you're in the consulting business and you're tracking by the hour, you can press this button to record what time you started working on something. You can also use this as a sleep timer. So you could press this every night before you go to bed and say, hey, now I know what time I went to bed, and you can press it again for every time when you wake up, and that way you know how many hours you slept a day. Let me demonstrate for you the single press. And you see the white light flashing, and then you'll see it turn to green, which means that the signal is sent successfully. And then you'll see the Google spreadsheet update. Now let me show you a double press. And once again, the green light indicates the message was sent successfully, and you'll see this write onto the Google Sheet. And last but not least, the long press, which has to be 1.5 seconds or longer. And the blinking light, and then the green light is a successful send, and now you'll see it update on the Google spreadsheet. Materials you'll need for this project: you'll need the button. This is a Wi-Fi enabled button for the Wi-Fi network that you set it up with, and I'll show you that in this tutorial. You'll need the box that it came in, because it's much easier to set it up by scanning the barcode on your phone, and I'll show you how to do that in this tutorial. You'll need a computer with internet access, Windows or Mac, doesn't matter, but the screenshots that you'll see in this video are from a Mac. You'll need the source code, link to it below. You'll need a mobile device to download and install the corresponding app that goes with this button. You will need Google Drive, drive.google.com, and access to Google Sheets, so you can kind of enable it with your Gmail account. Hopefully you already have one of those. You'll also need an AWS account, Amazon Web Services account. It does take a credit card or debit card to set up that account. And you'll also need an IFT account, IFTTT, if this then that account, and that account is free to set up. Please go ahead and set all of this up prior to starting the tutorial, because I'm just going to jump right in and show you how to do everything after you've set up all these different accounts, all these different places. So let's get started. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the Play Store, and I'm going to search for the AWS IoT button. So it's right here, AWS IoT button, and the first one that comes up says AWS IoT button development. So let's select that one, and we're going to hit install. And I'm going to accept terms and conditions and click accept, touch accept, and we'll download. And I will, now I've got it download, it's installed on my mobile device, and I'll click open. Welcome to the AWS IoT Button app. This app lets you connect your button to AWS IoT. It configures Wi-Fi, provisions the button with security credentials, and tells AWS IoT what to do when the button is pressed. Swipe. All right, so ready to use Lambda function blueprints. This is really key to making this super easy to do. So I'm going to sign in with my AWS account, and it says I haven't connected a button yet. I'm in my correct region. I haven't connected a button yet. I'm going to set up for AWS IoT button. So you register, configure, and then you set the button action. And I'm going to agree and get started. All right, so this is why it's so important to hold on to the box, because there's this nice little barcode on the box that I'm going to scan. So I'm going to click scan barcode, and I'm going to scan the second barcode on this box. Now if you don't have this, you can type in the DSN number. All right, and and it's given it a name of IoT button 5GC5A. I'm going to register the button. Now it says press the button for 6 seconds until the blue light flashes. So 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. There it goes, there's the blue button. and now I get to pick the Wi-Fi network and type in the password. So this is really key here because it's only configured for one Wi-Fi at a time. It's not like your mobile device that's always looking for Wi-Fi hotspots and then goes into the LTE network when it can't find Wi-Fi. So please be aware, if your power goes out, your button stops working. If your internet goes out, your button stops working. And now the button's being configured, and we see the lights changing on our device. And we are on the internet. Now we can create a Lambda function. So I'm going to choose send SMS Node.js. It's the third one down on this of my choices. And so you want to type in your phone number. It's very important, I'm assuming you're in the US, I'm in the US, that you always put the number 1 first and then your phone number. So I clicked OK, and then I'm going to touch Set Action at the bottom. And at this point, we should be able to single press the button, and I should be able to see a text message on my phone at this point. And it's going to be a generic text message. So let's see if that works. One press, lights up white, and then green, and I should be viewing a text message on my phone. And sure enough, here it is. This is the text message, my phone. Hello from your IoT button. So this is the generic text message that comes up when you set it up. All right, so that's great. So now we've got our AWS IoT button set up on our Wi-Fi, on my Wi-Fi network, and I do have it working to press the button, and I do receive the generic text message that comes across. So next, hey guys, this section is a screen record of my computer. This is called If This Then That. I'm already logged in. As I said at the beginning of this video, you need to have a free account created on this service. So I'm going to start, this is the default page when you first log in. I'm going to click on Search. And then I'm going to type in Webhook. And that's what I'm going to search for right here. Services, Webhooks. Click on Webhooks. And Webhook integrates other services on IFT for your DIY projects. That is us today. So I'm going to click Connect. And you just have to do this once to set it up. And after that, you'll have your webhook. And that's it. We've set it up. Now we've got our webhook. So I'm going to go to Settings. And here it is. We have our URL right here. So what you need is you need these characters here. Now I'm going to block some of them just because you need to keep your webhook, your unique ID, a secret, because anybody can take your ID and then use it for their own purposes and start sending commands using this unique ID. To take that over to our AWS Management Console. So I've already logged into AWS. I'm going to type in Lambda, run code without thinking about servers. And I'm going to click Last Modified twice to get to the very last Lambda function that I worked on, which is the IoT button. Click on that, and now you see the default code that we just loaded in the last step. I'm going to delete all that code. That was a Control A and then delete all the code. Now I'm going to go over and find the source code. The source code is at this URL. It's in the description field below. And this is a tutorial from Marcus Rochester. Thank you very much. And this is his code. So scroll down to get to the code. AWS Lambda code right here. Now you've got the option to copy the code. This makes it super simple to get to the code. Copied, go back to Lambda console and paste. And now all you have to do is replace your private key right here with your secret key from the IFT command right here. So we're going to copy paste. We're going to copy our webhook unique ID and paste it into where the private ID is. And really, that's all you need to do. Now you want to hit the save button. And we're good to go on our IFT command here. So now we've got our button reprogrammed with the IFT integration Lambda code. Go back to IFT now, and we're going to go back to My Applets. So we've got applets, we want to create a new applet. So we click on New Applet. And this is where we set up custom applets here. If this, so if they see this action, and I'm going to search for Webhook, which is what we just created. Receive a web request. And here I can select single, which is a single press, double, which is a double press of the button, or long, I can configure if the button is pressed 1.5 seconds or longer. So those are the 3 triggers that you can select from. I'm going to select single this time and click Create Trigger. So if Webhook sees a single click, then what do you want it to do? And in this scenario, we want it to write to a Google Sheet. So I'm going to type in Drive, Google Drive, and I need to connect my Google Drive account to IFT and authorize it. And I have actions I can choose from. Upload a file from a URL, create a document, append to a document, or add row to a spreadsheet. So I'm going to select Add Row to Spreadsheet. And here's where I specify my spreadsheet name. So the default is IFT Maker Webhooks Events. So let's call it something different. Let's call it Sleep Tracker. Let's say I want to press a button every time I go to sleep. And then occurred at is a timestamp. Event name is single. And then the values, it's not going to record those, so I'm going to delete that out. And then the drive folder path, IFT Maker Webhooks, and then the event name would be single. I don't want to know a specific file just for single. I'm just going to say the drive folder path is IFT Maker Webhooks. And then I'm going to create the action. And here it is, if maker event single, if I single press a button, then add a row to a spreadsheet in my Google Drive. And I'm going to click Finish to activate. And here it is. So now every time I press my button, I will add a row to my spreadsheet in the Google Drive. Thanks for watching my tutorial with the AWS IoT button. I hope you found this fun and enjoyable and pretty simple to set up. And the possibilities after you set up AWS IoT button with IFT are really endless. There's a lot more choices. Feel free to explore and let me know what other projects you came up with in the comments below. And please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.